howdy, hey, my name is Jessica and I'm a multi-passionate queen, and I'm on a mission to make that work when everybody says you can't do it. Yep, that's what we're doing here, at least in this video. And actually, before I get started, I need to tell y'all about something that I just created. I haven't even fully fleshed out the idea when I'm recording this video, but I'm gonna put the link below in the description. It is a new community called the Multi-Passionate Creators Club, so that we can all get through this together, because I have seen the comments and y'all are struggling with this too. And I have several years under my belt of making this work, and also have some newfound formulas that I'm only gonna share over there. So come join us in the Multi-Passionate Creators Club. The link is below. I went back to a side part for this video at least, because I've tried the middle part, and I don't know, I may just be a millennial through and through, and it also may be that my hair looks better with a side part. Pick which one you want. All right, here's the deal. When it comes to like being multi-passionate and everything we've talked about in videos before now, where I've talked about like how you're gonna kind of pare that down and be multi-passionate, and how you're gonna know what is in the content and what is not, and you know, all the things, everything we've talked about until now over this multi-passionate series. It all really culminates here in how do you make it make money? And I have got a formula for you. A formula, and it's really easy. So, because like I'm not a fan. Actually, I loved economics in college. Loved it. Possibly could have picked it as my major if I hadn't have had to take accounting classes, and my first accounting class kicked my ass. But I did love econ, okay? And I did love a good complicated spreadsheet formula. But in this phase of life, no. So this is really easy formula, okay? Remember, in the series, we've talked about how there needs to be a through line, there needs to be a thread. And in my opinion, that thread needs to be the who of who's going to watch your content. Because if the who is the same, you can kind of get away with a lot of different topics. Whereas if the who is very different, it's gonna be really, really hard to get away with a bunch of different topics, right? So the through line is your who line, okay? And we know who the who is. We gotta determine that first. Who is the who? First part of the formula, who is your who? Second part of the formula, of all the things you wanna talk about, which one do you think is most relevant to the who, that you have the most experience with, and that they will pay you more for? Now, disregard how you're gonna make that money. Just which one do you think is the most monetizable? So if I want to talk to creators and I want to talk about tech and gear and strategy and content and creating and Gilmore Girls, and occasionally throw in like advocacy or politics. I want to talk about photography, videography, being multi-passionate, right? Like these are all things that I want to talk about, okay? Of that list, which one of those do I think is the most monetizable with a product to sell to my who? Now, this is where I'm gonna, okay? The last part of the formula is the most life-changing part of the formula, so hang tight for just a second. But this is gonna blow your mind, because when you are talking about all the things, like I just listed off 9 things that I want to talk about, right? Whether that be occasionally, all the time, like whatever, okay? 9 different things. When I am creating content, I can create content about all 9 of those things, like absolutely. And I can create content about one of those things and incorporate all of the other 8 things into that, right? So if I want to do a video about being multi-passionate and then I mention Gilmore Girls, okay, cool. I'm actually wearing my Chilton shirt today, so that's fitting. But like, okay, great. I incorporated some things in there. If I want to talk about my love of photography in a piece of content about being multi-passionate, I incorporated that into there, right? And when I'm creating content on all of these facets, I am attracting brands to me. Not only am I attracting brands to me, but I am also creating content that I can send to them and say, hey, I create content about this thing and you fit into this thing. And so brands are way more likely to sponsor you and to pay you to talk about a one-off topic that fits into the normal things that you talk about. Whereas when you're trying to sell something to someone else, so someone in your audience, there are going to be pieces of what you talk about that are going to resonate more with those people. So For instance, everything I just talked about, right? I talked about being a multi-passionate creator, blah, 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 all these things. And I just told you at the beginning of this video that I'm launching a new community called the Multi-Passionate Creators Club. Because I know that everything else I want to talk about can be talked about in my content. And if a brand wants to sponsor me because Lululemon is doing like a Gilmore Girls drop, they will. But if I want to have consistent income coming in, I know that everything I really talk about boils down to being a creative, and honestly, boils down to being a multi-passionate creative. I'm not the person for you if you already you like know everything and you can stick to a path and your ADHD doesn't take over. Ain't me, okay? But if you are constantly like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, that is me. And so I can monetize that a lot better than any of the other options. So like think about tech and gear. I could talk all day long about this camera or the one I'm filming with or these microphones or the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm just grabbing shit off my desk. But I could talk all day long about these things. Like, yeah, you might go buy this camera. That's an affiliate link. They might sponsor me. But what am I going to sell you about this camera? Other than like a course on how to use a mirrorless camera and like to use your camera on manual to film your videos, there's not a lot for me to sell you when it comes to tech and gear or Gilmore Girls or politics or advocacy. Like I'm not going to sell things in those arenas. I just like to talk about them every once in a while and annoy the shit out of the people who follow me on Instagram from my real life by reposting people's stuff. I enjoy that. So look at everything that you want to talk about and see what is most monetizable and then apply this next little piece of the formula to your who, what is most monetizable, and then pick a path of income, okay? And you've only got 4 to pick from. It's actually pretty easy. The brand deals will come, the affiliate links will come, all of that stuff will kind of just happen, okay? So these are things that you're going to proactively go out and make money with your multi-passionate self with, okay? So there's 4 things. Pick one. I didn't say pick 4. I didn't say pick 2. Pick 1. Digital products, courses, memberships, or merch, okay? Pick 1. So if I know I'm talking to the creator and I know these are the topics I'm talking about and I know that this one specific topic is most monetizable, pick one of those things to monetize it. I could pick any of them. I could do merch for multi-passionate people. I could do a course for multi-passionate creatives. I could do digital products. I could do a membership, and I need to figure out which one I want to do and which one I think would benefit the audience the most. And stick around until the end because I'm gonna give you a little insider tip, because of those 4 things, I do know what is working best right now in the like online marketing world because this is my world. But stick around till the end. I'm gonna spill those beans in a minute. And I'm gonna button up the strategy too. But before we get there, I need to tell you about today's sponsor, Kittle, because I am going to be, for my multi-passionate creators club, designing some merch. And Kittle is this new design software that I have been obsessed with because their AI tools and just like the tools built in are so high level that I'm able to do things with them that I can't do with like super high level traditional softwares for like graphics and things like that. So I want to show you how that works. But in addition to showing you how that works, I got a few questions last time about how Kittle compares to other like web-based graphic design programs. And in my personal opinion, it has way more included in the way of high level pieces and tools and things like that. So that's why I'm personally loving it. It's really easy to use, like a lot of other programs, but it has so much more included. And when it comes to things like designing merch, you actually have to design merch in a way that is really high end. Generally, we're gonna call this like a vectorized design, because that way when it gets printed, it's really, really crisp and clean and it's not just a photo essentially of a design. So it's blowing my mind. Let me show you how I'm gonna do this for my multi-passionate merch in the Multi-Passionate Creators Club. And then I want to strategically talk about how this is all going to work and how you can make all of your multi-passionate things fit together. So this is Kittle. And not only can you just start from a complete design, you can also start from one of their templates, and you can even upload something like a hand-drawn design or something to kind of let their AI pick for you. But let's just say I want to start with one of their templates and kind of go from there to create merch for the Multi-Passionate Creators Club. So I'm going to find like what I want, or what I like kind of want to start with here from these templates. Okay, I actually really like this. Let's use this template. And I don't really want like the flowers or the stars or anything, but let's do. So now I can kind of just go through here and manipulate this however I want to do it. Change around these colors. So if I want to do like pink or, you know, orange or yellow or whatever, I can just change what I want here. So I like that. I kind of like that pink. And they've got a ton of fonts to choose from, which I love because you can get like exactly what you want out of the design. So let's say that this is what I want to put on my t-shirt. All I need to do now is select this artboard, and then I can just click add mockup, and it's gonna kind of give me my options. Like, how cool is this? Okay, it's gonna kind of give me my options of what I want to mock up, and a t-shirt is great. So let's just do a t-shirt, and we're gonna do it like that. We could also mock it up on a mug, on her t-shirt, or hers. And it literally has these, like, see how it moves with where I put it? So I don't have to change the angle at all. It's literally just going to have it be where I put it. And like, look, it's going behind the strings on her sweatshirt. Like, oh my gosh, is amazing. And so it like automatically has all of this built in. When I want to start offering merch, I literally just have to put the design here, and then I can make sure to offer that item that I've created the mock-up for in my store. Like, here's the Bella and Canvas shirts, which are literally shirts you can get in any like t-shirt, like drop shipping thing. So I can literally put it on whatever I want to put it on. And this is so cool. So like as I move it, it changes the like orientation there. So it'll look exactly like it does on the mock-up. So not only did I create the logo from within Kittl, I also was able to create the mock-ups, and then I can convert that to an image and put it straight up on my site as I'm offering like drop shipping. And if you want to use their AI, you can pull in images that are already built in Kittl. You can pull in images from the internet. You can draw your own image, and then you can create with that image in mind. And I didn't give it much there. I probably needed to give it more, but let's see what it comes up with. But you can use like images already built in. You can use images you find or you draw to really make this work. Like, look at that. It's like, okay, I'll use that brain. I can do that. And let me turn this into something that is really cool. And it took the bubbles that were around the brain in the first image and like incorporated them. So it's a great way to design things and then also mock them up in your merch or whatever you want to do. I'm obsessed. I can't draw worth a poopy, and my design skills are good, but also like if I can shortcut that with, hey, I want to make a design about this, why would I not, right? And I'm sharing this specifically today because Kittl is doing a Black Friday promo where you can get 25% off the annual Pro or Expert plan and get access to all of the AI features, all of the like high-end features. And this is for new users, old users, users who've tried them before, all the things, which by the way, more companies should do. Most of the time these promos only extend to like brand new people. So if you've tried Kittl before, you're currently paying for one of their plans, but you want to upgrade. If you're a new customer and you want to try out this software, they are offering 25% off through December 2nd with code BF2025. So I put the link below to try them out. BF2025 is your code, and I can't wait to see what you create. Like if you're creating merch or things like that for this multi-passionate thing that you're doing, show me. Come to Instagram, show me. I want to see it because I'm excited. Okay, so to finish off this conversation and to give you the strategy and kind of some insider info. One, the strategy. When you come up with one of these products that you're going to do, merch, digital products, courses, memberships, like whatever it is you're going to do, okay? You come up with one of these things you're going to do, who you're talking to, one person, and exactly kind of what topic you're going to sell something on, this is going to be mind-blowing, but you actually have to tell people about it, okay? So often we will think we either have to like go full force and only talk about that thing, or that we like put it out there and then we never talk about it. You need to tell people about it. Incorporate telling people about this thing into your content maybe 20% of the time. The rest of the time, create content for that same who with that same through line, and you will naturally attract the right person who the next time you talk about the thing will be ready to buy it. And that's literally how it works. Now, a little bit of insider information / a little bit of an explanation. So earlier I said you need to pick one of those 4: membership, merch, course, digital products, right? And then I told you I was going to make merch for my new membership. So you may be like, you're picking 2? Yeah, I am, because I have the capacity to, okay? I have team members, I have 20 years of experience doing this stuff, right? Like, I can. However, a little piece of information from a little birdie in the industry is that we are in an era where people are not as trusting of everybody and their mama selling courses and digital products and things like that. And I hate to say that because I'm a digital product and course girl. However, that's where we are. We are in an era where people are way more skeptical of those things being sold. And it really comes down to saturation in the market. When there's 1 or 2 or 5 people talking about one thing and they're all kind of talking about it the same, you kind of are gonna be like, okay, yeah, I believe them, and I'm gonna go with the one whose personality I fit with best, or who I think is gonna teach me in the best way, right? And that's cool, like whatever. But when there's 150,000 people telling you about the same thing in your face, in your feed, telling you that this one is wrong and this thing is wrong and that thing is wrong, people are not buying. People are not buying right now because of that, unless you can really, really, really stand out in a niche. I actually had someone reach out when I did my last sale on my viral digital product course, and she was like, will this help me? And then she explained what she wanted, and I was like, oh, absolutely, yeah. And she's like, it's just so hard. I don't know what I need, and I'm seeing so many offers by so many people. Yeah, same. I get it. I totally get it. So because we're in a mistrust era, if you will, or a distrust era, or a much harder to earn trust era, what is really selling best right now is community. Is people saying, this person fits with what I like want more in my life of, and I'm gonna pay them to be part of that. And that's what's selling the best. And for me, that translates into a new community called the Multi-Passionate Creators Club, link below. But also it translates into, okay, when you're part of the Multi-Passionate Creators Club, we need to have like, you know, fun merch and fun things that we can all kind of join in together, because that is what we're all craving. So I personally would highly encourage you to go the community route and then incorporate those other things in when you can, when you're looking at those 4 different things that could potentially make you money. And I'll link some tools below for you to be able to do that, or for you like to be able to like host a community and things like that that I use, so that it's not like foreign to you, or it's not something that like you don't know how to use. So I'll link those below. And remember, if you're designing graphics, you need vector images, you're designing merch, you want to mock anything up in a beautiful way, check out Kittl, because their Black Friday sale is only going on for a few more days, and use code BF2025 at the link below in my description. And until next time, bye y'all.